Welcome to Women in Electronics, the only show that empowers, develops, advocates, and celebrates the accomplishments and advancement of women in the electronics industry. With your host, Jackie Maddox.
Okay, hello. Here we are with our Wednesdays with Debbie Martin. I'm so excited for you to join us today. Thank you for being here, Debbie.
Thank you for having me. I'm very excited as well to be the member and highlight for the month and to have a great conversation with you.
Yes, well, first of all, I wanted to say it has been one of our biggest challenges at Women in Electronics to find a membership director. Don't ask me why. This has been one of the most difficult positions to fill. So for you to step up and handle this for Women in Electronics, I'm telling you, Debbie, is the biggest lifesaver, and you do it so well, and you're such a good representative. So I just want to say thank you for that, first of all.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It's actually my pleasure. I feel like I kind of, with your efforts and your enthusiasm for my skills, I feel like I stumbled into the position, but I really actually have been enjoying it. And I think that there's so much more we have to discover with our memberships and also how our platform works, and to try to make things a little bit simple and easy for our members.
Well, I appreciate that. And that really leads us into this conversation we're going to have. I had asked you prior, one of the whole purposes of doing Wednesdays with We is to bring a voice to our members, is to highlight our members, is to do the whole celebration that we keep talking about. So we want to hear from you. We want to hear from you, people involved in the organization, other women. And I want to say, what is it you want to bring a voice to? So why don't we start with that, Debbie? And what is it today that what is a message you would like to convey to the women in the industry and men, and just to the industry?
Right, exactly. I think my biggest soapbox has been for a while now with Women in We is the involvement, the level of involvement that I have personally been able to do, but also in asking other women to step up and to be part of the organization. I really think that full benefit of what we have to offer is achieved by helping out, whether it's in a small way at a chapter level or whether it's in a bigger way by taking on an initiative or helping out with our marketing communications team. There's lots to do, and there's lots of ways that we can improve. So I have a feeling that some women or people might sit back and say, okay, I'll join. Let's see what it brings to me. Let's see what it does for me. And they sit on the sidelines. So I'm asking women not to sit on the sidelines. I'm asking women to get out of their comfort zone and to jump in. And that's what I did with Women in We. I got involved with the mentorship program. And at my age, you would think, oh, you were probably the mentor. No, I was the mentee. I always felt like I didn't have that opportunity in my career to have someone to talk with outside of what I do, because I've always been kind of an island doing marketing communications in my career for 20 some odd years now. So that was really instrumental for me. It allowed me to actually I got a new position. I actually am managing somebody now, and that has really helped me grow. So as uncomfortable as it may have been at the time to do that, that's where I grew. And that's where I got the confidence to get even more involved and to do this membership with you and your team, and to do some marketing initiatives as well. So again, sitting on the sidelines, you don't get any activity. It's good to sit on the sidelines, but it's also good to be involved. So that would kind of be my soapbox, I think, for right now.
Well, I think it's a very good message, Debbie, because I think that, being a nonprofit organization, we really rely on volunteers so much. Yeah. And so I do hear as well is a lot of women will sit back and say, well, we'll see what happens. We'll see what you can do. And it's like, well, this is all of us. this is an initiative bringing light the need to advance women. We're not saying we're here already with all the solutions. We're saying we need everyone on board to talk through and get there together. So if we're sitting back, we're not making progress, right? So I think it's a great message.
Exactly. Especially in our industry, in the electronics industry, I think some of us we're looking for that new blood to come in. We're looking for those new ideas. So I think if we help assist even our younger generation to come into the organization and to be more open to share those ideas and not poo-poo them so quickly, is to really be open to that diversity is really important for women in electronics.
So let me ask you a question. We didn't talk about this prior, but I'm going to ask you, what do you feel about men joining our organization? Up until this point, we've had mostly all women, but we have a lot of interest in male leaders because they want to be participating on our chapter discussions where we roundtable critical topics, and we have training, leadership, development training that they want to participate in and hear what the issues are. So what is your take on that as far as men now being a part of women in electronics?
I think it's great. I think they make great mentors, and I also think that they come in with a different perspective than women do. There's a reason why there are men and women in life, because we all bring a different perspective, and so I really encourage it. And I've actually seen some new members that have joined on that are male, and so I reached out to them and said, I can't wait for your involvement. We really asked for them to be honest too with us, to make sure keeping us in check. And I think it's a great thing, and I hope to see that our membership continues to grow. I know that our advisory board, we have some men on the board, and I think that's wonderful as well. We've got to keep that perspective. So again, together, doing this together, men, women, and everyone within our industry getting involved, again, it's to make ourselves better and to make our jobs better.
Yes, and I think it also helps. Some women have expressed potentially not wanting to be involved because it's women in electronics and feeling like maybe they're separating themselves from the men, and there's like a little uncomfortableness. So I think that helps with that. But the other issue I'm hearing is women really want a safe place to fall, to call home and let their hair down and be able to talk about their issues. There's maybe a little bit of concern with that being compromised. So I will have to talk through what are some of the strategies and ways we can make our members feel comfortable that, yes, they can still bring to light their leadership issues. So do you have any insight on that?
Yeah, I do actually. I think it's super important to remember that what you say and how you feel is important. And I think a lot of the men are looking for that feedback from women. They're looking for ways on how they can assist and how they can help us grow. And they just don't know. And until they hear it from us, I don't think anything's going to change. So I think as long as you're maintaining a level of professionalism and you're not calling out names or making it uncomfortable, you're just stating a fact, I think that you can keep it professional. And not have to, be concerned with any repercussions at all, because we're always talking about how to be better. And if you keep it in perspective, I think it can be very, very positive.
Yes, I think so too. And so, Debbie, I wanted to talk to you about more. So that's Women in Electronics, which is great, and we appreciate and value your input so much. How about TDK? So you have had a career in the industry, and you're currently with TDK. So tell us what your position is, what you do, how long you've been in the industry, and why is it that you choose to stay here?
I've been in the industry since 1998. So I started out with a Japanese switch manufacturer and worked there for 16 years in marketing communications. So what I handle is I get to handle all of the media buys, co-op business planning, and place those advertisements for the various component groups. So I actually think it's very exciting. I love my job. I love what I do because I do get that opportunity to communicate with so many different departments and different groups. And I think that's where I see barriers that are really broken because communication is misunderstood. So I get to participate in a lot of that with our company on with public relations, with advertising, and then I get to see how all of the other TDK groups work together. TDK is a very big company. We're a little bit siloed right now. We are one TDK, but we do have different groups. So it's been great because I see an international, I get to see the international side of it. My colleagues are in Germany, and then I have colleagues in Japan. So really understanding the big picture is what excites me, and that's why I get up every morning and do what I do. Sometimes you don't know what to expect. So it's great. I love it.
Well, I would say that they're so blessed to have you, Debbie, because from what I've seen at Women Electronics so far, you're super dedicated. You're a professional leader. You're very detailed. You're good with people. You have such a good demeanor. So, it's just like a breath of fresh air to me. So anyway,
thanks.
they're very lucky to have you. And then also, other than that, is we'll wrap it up with this, is talking about, other than Women Electronics and TDK, what are some of the other things you do in your life that bring you joy?
Well, I love to work out. So I have my office. I move my chair away every day, and then I do these virtual classes, and I have done them prior to the pandemic. So it was easy for me to continue my my workouts. So I love to work out. I do run. I do love to run. So that's where I let off my steam. I find if I don't do that, then I feel a little pent up. So exercising has been good. Not only does it keep me healthy, keeps me stronger, keeps me sane. But other than that, and then I also, I do work with a group of women in another business with Rodan and Fields. So I jumped in with Rodan and Fields probably about 3 years ago. It's not, I'm not out there to build my business. I'm out there just to help women feel better. I know with my own skin, I was that 1990s girl that went in the tanning booth and was concerned about aging skin. And I want to stay young. I want to stay fresh, both in my mind and my appearance. So I use their products. I love them. And other than that, I've got 2 great kids. One's in college. One's about ready to graduate. So that keeps me very busy as well. So, but no, my life is, I'm very blessed in my life.
You have a very full life. Well, let me ask you a question, because, if people want to get in touch with you for Rodan and Fields, let's just say, or a mentorship question for TDK or anything to do with Women Electronics, what is the best way to get in touch with you?
Just send me an email. My email is rather long, but I would send it to my TDK address. It's debbie.martin@tdk-tdk.com. They aren't making it easy for us right now. We have a very long email address. Or you can just send me an email to admin@womenelectronics.com as well.
All right. Debbie, so nice to chat with you today. And I am actually going to order some Rodan and Fields products, because I feel like I need some refreshing. And we had kind of briefly talked about the whole eyelash thing. So I'm really interested in the eyelash serum. So I'm going to be reaching out to you for that. Okay.
Excellent. Eyelashes and eyebrows are everything right now.
everything. So I will be on that. So thanks for joining us today, Debbie.
Great. Thank you for having me, and really appreciate what I do and getting to work with you and your team.
Thank you so much. Have a blessed day, Debbie. Bye-bye.
Great. Thanks, you too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
You've been listening to another episode of Women in Electronics, right here in Orange County's only community radio station, octalkradio.net.